Hey everyone, and welcome to today's explainer. I am honestly so excited to share this one with you, mainly because we're tackling something that, let's be real, pretty much all of us battle at some point. We're going to walk through this really powerful story that perfectly captures that incredibly frustrating, deeply human conflict between dreaming big and, well, doing absolutely nothing about it. So let's just dive right in and see how a simple story about a farmer can completely shift the way we approach our daily habits. So I have to ask, have you ever found yourself in this exact spot? You've got this massive goal. You can literally picture this amazing, upgraded life. But the second it's actually time to get up and do the work, you just freeze up. You tell yourself, you know what? I'll just do it tomorrow. If you've ever been bursting with ambition but completely paralyzed by your own laziness, this explainer is going to hit super close to home. It's this brilliance but totally maddening contrast, right? On one side of the coin, you have the dream, achieving these huge milestones, upgrading your life, reaching your absolute full potential. But then, on the flip side, you have the reality, this constant, never-ending loop of saying tomorrow and putting off the actual work. It's such a stark difference between what we imagined for ourselves and what our actions actually look like. Which brings us to section 1, the dreamer's dilemma. Let's meet our main character, Amir. Amir is 25, strong, healthy, and his head is just packed with these huge golden dreams. He's that guy who is constantly telling his friends, one day I'm going to be the richest farmer in this village. My field is going to shine golden with crops. And you know what? Everyone in his small, lush green village actually really admired his ambition. People loved hearing his vision. But there was one fatal flaw keeping him from it. Amir was incredibly, almost spectacularly lazy. And this translated into a seriously frustrating daily routine. Look at it this way. At sunrise, when all the other farmers were already out hitting the fields, Amir was literally still in bed. At midday, while the rest of the village men were sweating and grinding under the hot sun, Amir is chilling in the shade, just talking about his grand plans. And by evening, when there were still basic chores left to do, like hauling water from the well, his go-to line was always, I'll do it later. He absolutely loved the idea of success, but completely dodged the heavy lifting required to actually get there. Okay, moving on to section 2, A Tale of Two Seeds, and the uncle's visit. Now, Amir's uncle is this wise, older farmer. He comes for a visit, takes one look at Amir's incredibly rich but totally dry and empty land, and decides he needs to teach this kid a lesson. He pulls out 2 magic seeds. First, the ambition seed. He tells Amir that if he plants it and waters it every single day, it'll grow into this massive tree, giving fruit, shade, and wealth. But then he shows him the laziness seed. The uncle warns him this seed grows insanely fast, entirely on its own. It takes zero work, but it will spread these thick weeds across the whole property and literally destroy everything. And the uncle leaves him with a really crucial warning. The entire future of this field, and really his whole life, depends completely on which seed he chooses to nurture. He puts the choice entirely in Amir's hands. And Amir naturally is thinking, well, obviously I'll plant the ambition seed. I want to be successful. So let's see how that plays out in section 3, the cost of doing nothing, as the weeds take over. Let's actually break down exactly how this kind of inaction happens in real time. Morning rolls around, Amir is feeling a little tired, so what does he say? Yep, I'll plant it tomorrow. Days tick by. Eventually, just out of pure boredom, he lazily tosses both seeds into the dirt, figuring he'll sort it out later. And then he completely forgot about them. For weeks, Amir went right back to his comfortable old habits, sleeping in, gossiping, and just dreaming about this incredible future without taking a single tiny step toward it. Well, when Amir finally bothered to go back and check on his field, the sight was an absolute shock. That laziness seed, it had exploded. It grew aggressively and fast. These thick, nasty weeds covered the soil, literally choking the life right out of his beautiful land. They were everywhere. And what about the ambition seed? Because he neglected it, because it got absolutely no water and no care, it was this weak, tiny thing that was basically dying in the dirt. This takes us to section 4, the turning point. Essentially, A nightmare realized. The uncle comes back, sees this totally ruined field, and he just drops this incredibly harsh, grounded truth bomb on Amir. He says, ambition is like a small seed. Without work, it dies, but laziness grows on its own. The uncle points straight to the tragic reality right in front of them. Laziness spreads fast and it destroys everything in its path. He looks at his nephew and says, you want it to be great, but your laziness has already stolen your future. Hearing this, Amir literally drops to his knees in tears, touching that dying little ambition seed. That night, Amir couldn't sleep. The guy was just haunted by all that wasted time and his empty promises. And then, this midnight realization finally hits him. Dreams are not enough. Only action keeps him alive. He realized in that moment that if he didn't change his ways right then and there, his laziness was going to own him for the rest of his life. He couldn't just think his way to success anymore. He actually had to act. Section 5. Cultivating your own field. Time to actually win the fight. The very next morning, everything changes. Amir finally stops waiting for this mythical tomorrow. Step 1, he actually wakes up before the sun comes up. Step 2, he gets down in the dirt and starts pulling those thick weeds out with his bare hands. His back is aching, his hands are literally bleeding, but he absolutely refuses to stop. Step 3, he meticulously waters that tiny, dying ambition seed every single day. No more excuses. And because he stuck to that daily discipline, the payoff was just immense. Over the years, that tiny ambition seed totally recovered. It grew into a strong plant, and eventually, this massive tree that gave him exactly what he had dreamed of: fruits, shade, and real wealth. But honestly, the bigger thing is that Amir himself transformed. He wasn't the lazy dreamer of the village anymore. He became known everywhere as the farmer who fought his own laziness head-on and actually won. Now let's zoom out from Amir's story for a second, because obviously this isn't really just about farming. It is a profound metaphor for all of us. We all carry these two seeds inside of us. Ambition is fragile, It only grows if you feed it daily with actual effort, discipline, and action. Laziness, on the other hand, takes absolutely zero effort. It grows entirely on autopilot, but it will aggressively choke out and destroy every single dream you have if you let it. So what is the real takeaway for you here? Here is your action plan. First off, seriously, do not wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is a trap. Second, start today, like right now. Third, you have to water your ambition with actual, tangible effort, not just daydreams. And finally, you've got to be willing to get your hands dirty and pull out the weeds of laziness. Every day you wait is another day your dream is dying in the dry soil of inaction. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. That laziness is going to grow entirely on its own, and that ambition demands your sweat every single day. So, which seed are you going to water today? It's your field. The choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.